It's that time again. Hello and welcome to Duck TV Sports. Alongside Preston Highfield, I'm McLean Cannon, and boy have we got a show for you.
Hey there, Duck fans. With Mary Popish, I'm McLean Cannon.
Ducks fans are used to seeing the points put up early, often, and easily, and that just was not the case on Saturday against Washington State. The offense came out flat. They were struggling to move the ball in the first half. Darren Thomas, who had returned from an injury, did not look sharp. He had the 2 interceptions. LaMichael James was held in check and was really a complete non-factor in the first half.
With the recent death of former NFL great Junior Seau, the issue of concussions in sports is once again at the forefront of sports conversations.
Coming to you from the Coliseum in Los Angeles, where the Ducks just defeated the USC Trojans by a score of 62-51, and the offense looked pretty close to unstoppable, rolling up over 700 yards of offense.
The most intriguing prospect is not a guy who's going to make an impact immediately. It's Brock Osweiler out of Arizona State, got drafted by Denver. Now this is a guy who's going to get a chance to mature and learn a lot from one of the best quarterbacks of all time in Peyton Manning. He's very athletic, stands tall in the pocket, which isn't tough to do when you're listed at 6'8", and he's got a great arm. So I think here's a guy who maybe not right away, but in a few seasons, maybe down the road, could be a pretty good player. This is a team that finished near the bottom of the Pac-10 last season. They lost 3 of their starters, and they came here, and it's really been the transfers that have stepped up this season. The guys like DeVoe Joseph and Tony Woods and Olu Ashalu that have really come in, and they're competing for a spot in the NCAA tournament, and I think that's a lot better than a lot of other people expected.
So Chip is heading to Philly to coach the Eagles. Bit of a surprise for Duck fans who were maybe expecting him to be back next season.
On Thursday, the Ducks women's basketball team held their preseason media day to preview the upcoming season. Plenty of push-ups to do in this one. Take it up early in the first. Ducks up 7-0. DeAnthony Thomas has reservations for 6. Hugs all around, and why not? Bottom half of the first inning where Jessica Hall is dealing, striking out Kelsey Chambers and the frame. Skip to the 6th inning where the Bruins offense starts to catch fire. So while a 14 playoff may not be ideal, I'm happy to see it, and this is something that the majority of college football fans, like myself, have been advocating for too long. So that's my take. Talk about being familiar with your opponent. Thursday marked the 338th meeting between the Oregon and Oregon State men's basketball teams, dating back to 1903 for the most played rivalry in college basketball.
The Oregon Ducks just cruised to a 52-21 victory over the visiting Huskies, where they dominated on both sides of the ball.
Just before the half, Roberto Nelson, the dude, came to play. 22 first half points, Beavers up 41-34 going to the break. Fourth quarter now, Brian Bennett trying to put the finishing touches on the win, and he's like, yo, I got it from here. Amanda Johnson squares up for 3. Oh, not today. Jocelyn Tinkle with the swat. You look at guys like first baseman Ryan Healy, outfielders Brett Thomas and Kyle Garlick. Look for them middle lineup bats who are going to produce a lot of runs for the Ducks. Skip to the bottom of the 8th. Ball 4 to Ryan Healy, but Payne takes off for 3rd. Shane Zeal hoses him, and Payne's left wondering what could have been.
Faced with their toughest test of the season thus far, some wondered how the number 2 ranked Ducks would fare in a hostile road environment as Oregon tried to extend their recent success against their rivals from the north. In a game much closer than the final score indicated, Oregon's seemingly unstoppable offensive attack looked ordinary at best through the first 3 quarters. But the defense and special teams bailed them out as they outlasted the number 12 ranked Bruins and passed yet another test on their schedule. The Ducks' bats finally came alive, and the pitching stepped up too, as they lived to fight another day, taking a pair on Sunday and moving one step closer to a super regional berth, while also staying 1 loss away from ending their season. If anyone can pull off pink on the gridiron, it's the Ducks. Coming together in support of a common cause, Nike and the University of Oregon rallied together on Saturday night at Autzen Stadium, battling a greater opponent, cancer. Huge momentum shift over the last couple of weeks for Oregon football with very impressive wins over UCLA and then Washington. I think coming after the Arizona loss, a lot of people were thinking, maybe the expectations were set a little too high. This really doesn't look like a team that's going to run the table in the Pac-12 and contend for a spot in the playoff. But it just shows you what 2 very convincing Pac-12 wins can do for your resume. In Eugene, reporting for Duck TV Sports, I'm McLean Cannon.
With Richard Stussman, I'm McLean Cannon. Have a good night. From Matthew Knight Arena, reporting for Duck TV, I'm McLean Cannon. Either way, it's going to be fun. They're taking on the Washington schools next week, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Thanks, guys. Back to you.
While the 2013 football season is still months away, the Ducks' recruiting success indicates that the strong football tradition they've built here in Eugene should carry forward for years to come. Reporting for Duck TV Sports, I'm McLean Cannon. In Los Angeles, reporting for Duck TV, I'm McLean Cannon.